John Deere 301A, made from 73 to 81. Not too many videos on YouTube showing these, and none that I saw that actually show the different controls and whatnot. Don't know which year this is. I've never ran the numbers, so it's either 73 to 81. This one's a diesel. I did make them gas also. This one's slightly modified, but does the job. So let's take a gander at her. In this case, I made a toolbox mount rather than buy the original John Deere deal. I've got a block heater down in here, not finished, but it does the job for the time being. I went with what I had, and I've got different gauges up here on the dash with cover. So what we got our clutch, we got our differential lock. Here's your lever for PTO, your two shift levers, high and low range if you will, and then shifter for 1 through 4 in low and 5 through 8 on high. There's a shifter. We'll cover that when I come around. On the fenders, you've got these black things. I just covered them because originally you got holes and I didn't put any lights or anything there. So we got that there. That is from this came from the Bridgeport, Connecticut. I bought it at an auction. So that was still there. It's working. We got lights, LED lights up in there rather than on the fenders. Straight pipe up above the canopy. Got your radiator cap, your fuel cap. It's got a counterweight in the front. It's cracked, but it's there. So your side screens, fuel pump, oil filter. Again, I've got extra gauges on there. I got a different oil pressure sending unit. I switched this over from the original. It had one of those box filters, square filters, whatever you want to call. They're just a pain in the butt. Made a bracket, mounted that filter head on there. It's good to go. So over on this side, of course, you got your right and left brake pedal. You got your foot throttle, and of course your hand throttle. Here's your 3-point hitch control. And on the back, again, I got these lights. I had to buy a drawbar for it. It came in green. Yeah, I mean, this tractor's not green, but it is John Deere. So you got 3-point hitch, PTO down there. Of course, it's a 540 PTO. Now that I think about it, back up here, and there's your serial number plate. Run that number, you can look it up. So we will get up on top here. So from up here, you got your shifting pattern down there. Now on this side, there is a few different patterns. You got park 1 and 2 here. I think there's another one that it's just 1 and 2 with no park. Sometimes I think park's in a different position. I forget. So as far as shifting, because this has this on it, which is something that's not on all of them, get your shifter here in 1 or 2, and then put this in whatever gear, and let your clutch out. You're not going to go anywhere. There's forward, there's reverse. So you have all gears the same, forward and reverse. And then what I did extra, here's the original idiot lights for oil pressure and your alternator. I moved them a little bit. Here's an oil pressure gauge. Here's a volt gauge. Here's a different temp gauge. See if I can get in there so you can see it. And then of course your tach and speed, hour meter. And then that right there is the fuel. I could not, you'll notice that all these gauges match except for that one. Well, it's because I couldn't get a gauge in that series that would work with the sending unit that's in the tank. It's all a little bit different. And then you got your batteries. Some were set up with dual batteries. I guess most was single. This one was set up for dual, so that dual battery. The battery box door does not quite set in here right. That's one of the things I have left to play with. It does its job, but I got to get it so it looks a little bit. This is not a factory machine. It's in pretty decent shape, but it's not a factory machine. Oh, now I think about it. So to show that fuel gauge, you did see it does a sweep on startup, and I climb up. There's your oil pressure, volts, the gauge, and of course temp's not showing anything. Same with that. But then you see the fuel. And now if I this is with no lights. If I switch the lights on, you see she goes to white. All the other gauges light up. She goes back to blue. So now on this happens to have a battery disconnect, which is handy. I left it. So there it is. The canopy on this is not done. Still got a little bit of work to do to it. Can't buy metal canopies. You're gonna buy the plastic ones. That one is one that I had made. Not quite done putting it on. It's got a few things left to do to it. But I bought the steel, had it bent up. Ripped off the old one, which was really beat up. If you look, you'll see most of them were all beat up. Ripped that off, cleaned things up, had this new steel bent 16 gauge, and then I put it on. It's basically on, but I have a little bit left to do to it. I don't know what else to say about it. Hopefully this video has helped people who are looking for a little info on these tractors. Again, here's your side screen. You see I put a new radiator in it. There's a spring that holds the side cover. Air filters down in there. Go to the other side here. Got a dent in the hood. Not a perfect tractor, but it's okay. So there's your air cleaner. See, I put a new sending unit in it again. Mountain spring for holding your side cover. And there it is. It's got an adjustable front end. Incidentally, hooked to the back of it is a John Deere brush hog I got that needs a new deck. Take that apart, give a new steel, put it all back together. Should be good as new. So, hope you found this interesting. Maybe if you had any questions that you're looking around online, helped answer. I probably forgot something, but hey, there it is. All right.